Hey everybody, Z here with the four mirrors behind me. Yes, if you are one of those people that like to comment about that, just comment right now. Let that audience retention or viewer retention rate keep going up while you're typing that. No big deal, we like that. Anyway, we have Pokemon Day coming on Tuesday. What that means is that there will be 24-hour auctions going that day for a few select sellers. I believe it's 151 items that they're doing, starting at $1.51 and going for 24 hours. Now, thing about that is it's starting on Pokemon Day is on a Tuesday. So it's going to end on a Wednesday at 12:01 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're looking for just like, hey, let me just throw a bid out there. Let me just see what happens. This might be one of those days. It's a 24-hour auction. Some of these are, some decent multi-$1,000 plus cards. We're going to have like, I believe 15 to 20, decently high-end cards that will go through us. So go ahead and click the link below, affiliate link. If we'll talk about affiliate links in just a minute, and just something that I've noticed over the past few weeks watching some Pokemon content that I haven't been watching for a while, and I'll explain why as well. But yeah, you can check out some of those items. We are also going to have eBay has sent us some Pokemon collab items now. We do not sell these on our consignment normally, so don't say like, oh, well, you don't sell, you said that you only sell graded items, but it looks like you're selling these items. This is only a one-time thing. It's because eBay wanted to, eBay doesn't have like a store to, they wanted somebody to basically consign it for them. So that's what we're doing. We're going to have like the Pokemon collab, like the Fendi handbag, the Tiffany necklace, the Pokemon skateboard, Pokemon watch, the Puma, Pikachu shoes. So we're gonna have some collab items on there as well. Be interesting to see what happens to those. Sorry about that, but yeah, we haven't really shipped a skateboard before. Actually, there might be two skateboards that it is. So that'll be interesting to see how we're gonna ship those. This is why we only usually ship cards, because cards are very easy to package. But anyway, check that out. It'd be interesting to see where those items go, ending at 12:01 a.m. on a Wednesday. So not the greatest day to end, but that's Pokemon Day. That's the day Pokemon Day is, so that's what they're doing. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Talking about affiliate link that I was saying, like if you want to click the link, I've noticed I haven't been watching much Pokemon content over the past, honestly, a year or two, but especially not Pokemon investing content, which really that's what this channel was built on. So what I was doing was like, hey, one of my very first videos like, oh, you should invest in Neo Genesis sealed boxes because they were like $2,700, $2,750 at the time. I think I bought multiple of them with stuff that I'd flipped it for and just used that cash in there because I was like, oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. The point of it is that this channel was built on trying to show the flips that I did and what I'm buying and investing in, and it was all vintage. That's all I really wanted to buy and flip and hold. But most of these investing channels are now modern cards, which I understand because that's just, you can buy it off the shelf, you can buy it distributor, you can buy it, there's just is plentiful. So it's an easy thing to buy versus vintage. It's like, you just kind of have to, it's inherently more risky because, vintage stuff is like sealed stuff is definitely more susceptible to being scanned because there've been, it's very expensive, and vintage cards, they'll show up in like auctions or, buy it now, but it's not really something that you can, you're going to be real lucky to find it, in collections buys, but, you can probably buy modern collections all day, every day. So it's just harder barrier to entry and it's more expensive. Usually there's some real expensive, I won't say overpriced. It's not an investing channel, right? But very expensive modern cards. So, but just say the people, I watch some of these videos, and like I said, I did Pokemon 40, 50, 60, whatever hours a week, not actually doing the operations of like shipping, scanning. Most of it is just like thinking about how to grow the business, but, it is related to cards and Pokemon. So I'm not really working technically that many hours, but I'm just thinking about it, probably that or more. So to have my YouTube content that I listen to during the day be Pokemon content is not really just something, I just do like documentaries or others, I feel like once you're dead, you like really get into war documentaries, and I don't understand why, but now I understand because I'm just kind of in it sometimes. I don't really, I don't know. But you understand if you're dead, I think. But so I don't really watch it, but I did for some reason. I kind of went down a rabbit hole of a few investing channels, and man, some of the data was just incomplete. They just weren't. They were just picking because like, oh, the art was good, or because it went up during this period, so this set is better, and you should buy because the art's better. And it's like it's just I just don't under. Just to give you some perspective, when you hear people say like, hey. This set went up from 2019 to 2024 in a 5-year span. It went up X amount of percentage. And I think this set has a whole lot more chase and a whole lot more pull, and there's a whole lot more demand. So in 5 years, this set should actually outpace that other set. Anybody who pulls in data from 2020 is wrong, is no bueno. It doesn't matter. Throw that out. Throw that completely out. Anybody who says like, oh, well, this setup went up from 2019 to 2024 in 5-year span, but that includes 2020. That included a period of time that just doesn't count. You cannot count that. You just slice that off and it's all done, right? It's all bye-bye, right? It's like someone saying like, oh, well, houses went up from 2019 to 2024, 50, 60, 70%. Well, this house is in a better location, it has better schools, it has a better interior, it has better blah, 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 blah. So in 5 years, this house should actually go up more than the houses went up for that period. No, because it included 2020. It's you can't, the data is just, I don't know. It's like people take a data and they just don't dig into it at all. And they don't actually have some thought behind it. Just to put it in perspective, even data that's like directly from a good source, and you're like, well, that's probably some good data. For example, on eBay, you can go to research tab, you go to TerraPeak research, and you can type in anything, and eBay will pull up like the average sales price of that, the amount of sales that happened in like whatever certain period of time that you want to put into. So for example, you might put, first of all, let's just say you put in Pokemon PSA, and it's like from February of last year, let's say. Okay, it'll say like it did, I think I saw it was like 6 million or something, $6 million. And this year, I think it's on pace for like probably 6 million again, whatever. But that data is not complete because people will put Pokemon PSA sleeves, and that's of course not a card. Or people will put Pokemon, whatever, a Pikachu Gold Star CGC 10, PSA 10. That'll pull in as well. That's not a PSA. That's not a PSA sale, right? It's a CGC sale, but you see that all the time with like people who sell. For some reason, I don't know why, like WADA or VGA video games that are like VGA, WADA, they'll put like both companies just to get those search terms, which I think is against eBay policy, but whatever, it doesn't matter. The point of it is that data, even from a source, is incomplete. But, you pull something like, okay, January did 6 million, February did 6 million, March did upper 6, April is, upper 6 again, and then May of last year was like 8 million. Now you might look at that data and you'd be like, wow, okay, Pokemon Cert, you might, someone makes a YouTube video and investing. It's like, guys, get in right now, because in May, that's when people get, refund checks, and it's when shows start to happen and people get back into hobbies and out of spending money with, out of the winter months, and they have money to spend because they didn't spend it on, going out and stuff because it was winter and blah, anything, they'll make up stuff just to kind of like make the data make sense, instead of like digging into actually why that happened. Now, we sold, hundreds of thousands of dollars in May of last year, and it was a good month, but we know why, because there were many, many cards that went up 10 times in value in a 30-day span. The waifu, woman, Japanese, English trainer cards, right? There were cards that at the end of April were selling for $30 that at the end of May were selling for $500. There were cards that were selling for $200 that were selling for $2,000. There were cards that were selling for $500 that were selling for $5,000, right? I mean, if you were in it, exactly what those cards were. It was a frenzy. It was stuff that was going up 10 times in value. So that data, you might say it's like 8 million. You might be trying to make something to try to explain that data. But if you're really into it, you'll know that exactly why that happened. It's because people were spending, millions more than they were on those cards in that single month. And then it dipped down, and June was still probably had some momentum. It was probably like, instead of going up 10 times, it might have gone down 30, 40%, but it's still much more than it was in April. And yeah, that's why it surged. So, you might get people who will be like, oh, guys, invest now before it gets to May. Or in May might happen, and there might only be 7 million in sales. And people might say, wow, card game's dying. It was 8 million last year, now it's 7. People aren't spending it. It's like, well, no, it's because, you see what I'm saying? So, I'm seeing these. I'm gonna have to go back to war documentaries because it's kind of it's irritating me. It's irritating me more than war. Okay, so that's why I'm gonna have to stop. I have to go back to those. Just know that a lot of people, it's incomplete data, and a lot of these channels, some of them are just doing it because they like to dive into numbers. Fine, don't comment and say, oh, wow, well, I just like to do it because, I like to give data and, help people out, whatever. It's, I'm talking about like the majority of ones who are trying to start a YouTube channel and have maybe thousands of subscribers or tens of thousands and are trying to play that game of getting clicks because, a lot of people will try to just get those clicks so that people can go down and do the affiliate link, which is it's very, very, OP. It's very overpowered, that move, because people will click on an investing channel, what to invest. They're obviously clicking on that to try to spend money. So they'll put that affiliate link down and say, hey guys, guess what? You should invest in this card because, let's say my data that I just said, in May of 2023, it surged. So guess what, guys? People are getting their checks, but they're going to surge. You need to buy stuff right now. And click my affiliate link. People click that affiliate link. They buy anything on eBay within 24 hours. What happens? They get a kickback from eBay. And it's like, I think it's want to say it's like 2 to 4%, depending on certain factors. Let's just say 3%. So you go in there and you're, let's say my last YouTube video got like 1,000 views. I'm going to make like $5 on it, right? $5. Fine. That'll buy me, that will not buy me a Chipotle burrito anymore. That'll buy me like a third of a Chipotle burrito. I can eat it over 3 days. But inflation, right? So people will click on that link and, say they buy a $1,000 card or $1,000 worth of booster boxes. That person's probably getting 20, 30, $40 from that click, that one person buying. And if they have thousands of views or tens of thousands of views and, a certain percentage of people are clicking, they're making a lot of money on that. And, that incentivizes them to keep talking about investing things, even if they don't, doesn't make sense because who cares? If they're wrong, they're wrong. They're like a weatherman, right? They're just saying, it's going to be 46 degrees today. Sometimes it's 39 degrees and they get it wrong. Who cares? Move on. Next one. But, it's kind of a very, very lucrative thing with that. So if you see an investing channel and they never have affiliate links, I would actually probably trust them more. Now, granted, I had affiliate links. I knew that game. Well, I still have it. You can click down there before, if you want to buy any auctions on Sunday, you can click that before and get a little kickback. But, I know what that is. And it's, if someone's not showing it, then, well, I take that back. There are good people that put the affiliate links. It doesn't really matter. But my point of it is that, people can get into that kind of rat race of, hey, I'm going to put out something that's trying to, put that thumbnail to try to bring people in and, try to buy this right now. And they're going to click that link and they're going to kick back. I mean, guys, I made it in like August of 2020. I think I had affiliate links. I think I made like $5,200 in a month. 5,200. That's affiliate links. And that wasn't, ad revenue was way less than that. But that was $5,000 in there was like a 12-month span where I was talking about, investing, and I stopped. I stopped at like the peak of the viewership that I was having because I was doing great at gym, middlemanning for PSA. Like my peak was like November of 2020, and I stopped making videos because I was so busy. I should not have stopped it with the amount of, it was like a 12-month span that I made like, I think it was like $40,000 in 12 months in affiliate links. Can you imagine? And I stopped doing that. I think last year I made like the whole year, like 700 ish, which is not bad. Fine. I didn't really make much content either. That's great. I'll take that. A free $700, but there are people who are making a lot of money off these affiliate links, and they're just throwing out data and just trying to get clicks and trying to get people to click. a lot of data is incomplete. So I would just take the smallest grain of salt with any investing stuff out there with this stuff, because nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows, right? Nobody knows. Just buy what you like. Just have you'll have your feeling. That's why I always invested in vintage stuff, because that's the stuff I liked, right? I would not buy modern stuff to flip when I was doing that big time, right? Because I don't want to hold that. I don't want to hold that. Nothing modern. I mean, if you like modern, whatever. Modern fuels our business. That most of our stuff, I think, that we sell via consignment is modern. So, I'm not bring on more modern, but if it was me actually trying to invest in this stuff, you better buy stuff that you like, because this is just cardboard. This is not life-changing stuff. This is stuff that you put on your shelf, and people are going to come over and say, "Oh, wow, that's cool." It's like, yeah, well, hey, I spent $7,000. Oh boy, yeah, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, right? Just how much money is being spent on this stuff. I mean, I was in it too. I was spending a lot of money on that too, and it's pretty insane, isn't it? I mean, we see we're selling 100,000 a week of this stuff, and we're not a big fish. There are guys who are selling millions a week, of TCG sports cards. I think Heritage auctions, which Heritage will sell freaking houses, right? So they're just a different level. But I think they sold I can't remember what it is, $1.7 billion of this stuff. I mean, coins, video games, trading cards, historical documents, right? It's just crazy the amount of money that is in this stuff. And, these non-traditional, unregistered assets that there's a lot of money out there. What I'm trying to say is there's a lot of money out there. So people that are telling you one way or another to invest, just take it for entertainment, right? Don't take it for advice. Just take it for entertainment, because there's a lot of money out there. Anyway, that is a much longer. I think at the beginning of this video, I said I was going to be a short video, and 18 minutes. Anyway, thanks again for watching. If you're at the last 10 people to watch this video, you probably have some inkling about, caring about stuff outside of Pokemon with me. So, yeah, nothing much happening with, the family life. There's, except for, there's always stuff happening with family life, but there's not mold in our ceiling anymore, or, stuff falling out of the roof. But, yeah, we're doing well. I went skiing last week, and, or not last week. Jeez, I'm tired because our 5-month-old is transitioning from bassinet to a crib. And if you guys know about that, they're just, it's a lot. But went skiing, did not mean to go on a black diamond, went on a green circle, red square, and then thought the gondola went and stopped at a blue square, but it actually didn't stop at a blue square. It went all the way to the top and went to a black diamond. It wasn't a double black diamond. I think I probably would have died at a double black diamond, because the black diamond was, that just sucked that just pulled the soul out of my body. I don't think I'll ever be doing that again. I hadn't skied in 20 years, by the way. So, I didn't fall on the first 3 runs. I was going fast. I was pretty good. Hadn't skied in 20 years. But that was way above my pay grade. I tell you what, that was way above my pay grade. So, you almost had me lost on a mountain, and you have to send it to somebody else to get your stuff consigned on eBay. Anyway, that's all I have for today. 20 minutes of me rambling about not much, but yeah. Thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.